Hey Good Sam, this is Pastor Jed and I am wearing my winter jacket, my Valley Springs winter jacket. Last week I was in Chicago, Illinois for a pastor's gathering. It was -5. That was the high for the day, and so I am so thrilled to be back in Valley Springs, back at Good Sam. I'm not only thrilled to be here because of the weather, but I'm thrilled to be here because of what God is doing. On Sunday, after the service, we were able to continue our worship service in prayer. We have a beautiful prayer station. Last week, I was able to pray for a high school student. A high school student came up and filled out a prayer request. We prayed together. And then a young couple came and we prayed together. And then a young mom came and we prayed together. And then a prayer warrior came and we prayed together. It's really beautiful to see that as we're leaning into this new year, we're deepening our relationship with God and each other through prayer. On Sunday, it was also encouraging to see how many people showed up for our Covenant Trust seminar. Brandon Hovey reminded us that each one of us has been given gifts and that God is asking us to invest our gifts in advancing His kingdom. I loved what Brandon said. He just said, do something with your gifts. Do something. As a church, we are learning to do something. I love it that we are learning to invest in our community. We're learning to invest in our church. We're learning to invest in our family. This Sunday, we're going to be continuing our series, Together Again. And I'm going to be reminding you that one of the church's greatest opportunities is to look at the next generation that is coming forward. And so we're going to be camped out in the Psalms and we're going to be asking the question, how can we pass the baton of faith to the next generation? How can we pray? How can we plan? And how can we commit so that the next generation would know the love and the grace and the mercy of God? How can we position ourselves so that the next generation continues to pass on the faith? I also wanted to remind you that on Sunday, we're going to be going in an extra inning as we gather for a town hall meeting. It's going to be a time where we just gather together and we ask questions. We're preparing ourselves for the second half of the congregational meeting. And so we're going to gather and we're just going to celebrate. We're going to answer the questions that you may have. I wanted to remind you that every single week we send out emails and we send out video blasts and we send out things to help you stay connected with the life of the church. This last week we sent out a really important email. The good news is that it was really clear and it was just a great invitation. It went out to over 300 people. The bad news is that only 44 of you opened it and viewed it. So I think we've got a little bit more work to do as we stay connected to each other. So if you're watching this video, I'm just going to give you a thumbs up. And if you aren't, then I'm going to just gently remind you, open up these emails, read them through. This will teach you how to pray and stay connected with the life of Good Sam. I'll see you on Sunday. Blessings.